So hello all, welcome back to what's new in Business Central 2021 release wave 2. And today we'll be talking about one of the cool feature, which is OData caller can specify read-only intent while trying to get data from Business Central. So first let's see what the Microsoft article says about it. So the Microsoft article says that for integrations, if you are using APIs, that's what the OData is majorly, you can specify the read-only intent to read data from the secondary database replica, which means if there is an external entity which just want to read some data from Business Central, then they can uh, state it during the call that they just want to read the data and they'll not be doing a write or a modify in Business Central. And in those situations, the 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 fetch, the reading of the data will be a lot faster in case they have to read larger amount of data, because the server will offload read-only queries instead of primary database to a secondary database replica if it exists, and they will be more faster for reading. So let's see what that means in the product. So as you would have known, and if you don't, there's so many videos that I have talked about it in BC Open discussion. There are so many APIs available in Business Central, like these, as you can see here. And let me zoom this in if required. These are all the list of base Microsoft API which are available in the system. And till Business Central 19, you can define the read-only intent while designing the page or inside the database. But now with Business Central 19, if there is an API request which just want to read the data, then they can use a data access intent as read only. So let me show you what that means. So if I'm trying to read all the locations in the system, I can do it based on this sample API call to get data from locations with a data in access intent of read only. So when I send the request, it'll return me all the locations stored in the database with just a read only intent. Now what happens if you try to write with a data access intent read only, like this? I'm trying to post, which is trying to add a new location where the data access intent is read only, and I'm trying to add a location which is India E as code. The display name is India East. So if I try to send this request, I should end up with an error message like this, which is you cannot support insert, the entity does not support insert because you have specified the read access intent as read only. Now if you are building a new API and you just want to limit it only for read only, then you can have a API page like this, which is in this case is a copy of the base Microsoft location API. But in this, you can limit the data access intent to be read only. And as soon as you do that, you also have to specify a property to make that page as editable false. So if you decided at the design time that it will be read only, then uh, without even specifying the data access intent, you cannot post a request because it is defined as read only. So this is an example of that custom API that I just created. So it'll work in the same way for the get. It'll get all the custom locations. But if I try to use it on a post like this, which is this custom API, it'll return me an error even if I haven't specified the data access intent in this case. So any API external entity that needs to read the data, just to read the data, then make sure that they start using data access intent as read only, and that way they can read a huge amount of data from Business Central with a better performance for large amount of data. So hope this feature helps you in your integrations, and I'll see you again tomorrow with a next new feature in Business Central ID.